Imagine walking into a bakery. The owner says, "Here, have a donut. It's free." You take a bite, and it's incredible. Then the owner leans in and whispers, "That frosting upgrade, only 99 cents. Oh, and if you want sprinkles, that's another $2. Want your donut to glow in the dark? 10. By the time you leave, you've spent $20 on a free donut. That's how gaming companies turned free games into billion-dollar businesses. It sounds crazy, but today the most profitable video games in history don't cost a dime to download. Fortnite, Genshin Impact, Candy Crush, League of Legends. All free, and all cash machines. Take Fortnite. Released in 2017, completely free to play. Within 2 years, it made over $9 billion. Not from sales of the game, but from skins, dances, and battle passes. People aren't paying for new levels or weapons that make them stronger. They're paying to look cool while getting eliminated by a 12-year-old in Ohio. League of Legends is another giant. Free to play since 2009. The game made Riot Games over $1.5 billion in 2022 alone. What are players buying? Mostly cosmetics, skins that do nothing to change gameplay. One of their most expensive bundles costs over $500 just for digital outfits. Imagine explaining that to your grandparents. "Yes, Grandma, I paid rent money so my champion could wear a new hat." So how do they pull this off? Psychology. Free games remove all friction to entry. Anyone can try them, no guilt, no risk. And once you are inside, they sprinkle in microtransactions. The word micro makes you think it is small. $1 here, $2 there. But multiplied by millions of players, those small numbers turn into billions. Candy Crush is a perfect example. It is free, addicting, and comes with a mechanic called energy. When you run out, you either wait hours or pay a little to keep playing. In 2021 alone, Candy Crush made over $1 billion from people who could not stand to wait. That is $1 billion from impatience. The business model is called free-to-play, but the gaming industry has turned it into free-to-addict. They use tactics from casinos. Bright colors, rewards, unpredictable bonuses. Sometimes you win, sometimes you almost win, which makes you play again. The slot machine mechanics are not an accident. Game designers literally hire behavioral psychologists to keep you hooked. One popular trick is the Battle Pass. Fortnite and Call of Duty mastered this. Instead of random purchases, you buy a season-long pass, maybe $10. It gives you rewards as you play more. The more you play, the more you unlock, the less you want to quit. Because if you stop, you lose the rewards you already paid for. That is not a game anymore. That is a treadmill. And then there is the social pressure. Games like Fortnite or Roblox are built around friends. You do not want to be the only one in the squad wearing the default outfit. That is like showing up to prom in pajamas. Companies know this, and they sell identity. Not weapons, not levels, identity. People spend because their virtual character is an extension of their real self. Let's look at Genshin Impact. Free on PC and mobile, it made over $4 billion in just 2 years. How? Gacha mechanics. You roll for characters the way gamblers roll dice. Sometimes you get something amazing. Most of the time you get garbage. The system is designed to keep you rolling until you get what you want. One man in China reportedly spent over $70,000 on the game. That is not a hobby, that is a mortgage. But here's the catch. These companies do not need everyone to spend. Most players never pay a cent. The industry even has a term for the people who do. They call them whales. Whales represent about 1 to 2% of players, but they can account for half of all the revenue. Imagine a casino where most people play for free, but one guy spends his entire salary at the blackjack table. The casino does not care about the free players. They care about the whales. This model has made the video game industry gigantic. In 2022, the global gaming market hit around $184 billion. That is more than movies and music combined. And the biggest slice of that revenue came from free-to-play games, not premium $60 titles, not physical copies, but free downloads. There is a dark side though. Studies show that microtransactions can be addictive. The mechanics resemble gambling, and kids are some of the biggest targets. Loot boxes, gacha rolls, skins. These are all designed to hook young players early. Regulators in countries like Belgium have even banned loot boxes for being too close to gambling. Still, companies are not slowing down. Roblox, a free game mostly played by kids, made almost $3 billion in 2022. Their entire economy runs on Robux, the in-game currency. Kids beg their parents for it, not to win the game, but to buy outfits and virtual accessories. Roblox even takes a cut from creators who make content in the game. So not only do players spend, but creators spend too, hoping to earn Robux themselves. It is a self-sustaining cash machine. It is also about longevity. Free-to-play games are never really finished. Developers keep releasing updates, new skins, new content, keeping players locked in for years. Fortnite runs entire concerts inside the game. Travis Scott performed to millions of players virtually, selling not just music but skins and emotes tied to the event. That single event generated tens of millions. Imagine going to a concert where the ticket is free, but every t-shirt costs $50 and everyone feels obligated to buy one. That is Fortnite. Even traditional gaming companies have jumped on board. Call of Duty, once a $60 annual release, now makes most of its money from Warzone, a free-to-play battle royale. Activision Blizzard reported over $5 billion in revenue from in-game purchases in 2022. $5 billion from selling things that do not exist. The scary part, this model works so well that it is changing how games are designed. Instead of asking, how do we make this fun? Companies ask, how do we make this profitable? Mechanics like waiting timers, random rewards, and social status are not there to improve gameplay. They are there to improve the cash register. And yet, people keep spending. Why? Because even though we know we are being played, we still love to play. Free-to-play games scratch the itch of entertainment, competition, and belonging. They create worlds where people live entire social lives. Buying a skin or an emote is not just about the game. It is about showing off, fitting in, or feeling special in a digital space. So next time you download a free game, remember, the company does not care if you never spend a penny, but they hope, they pray, that one day you see a skin or an upgrade and think, it is just $1. That single dollar multiplied by millions is what turns free donuts into billion-dollar bakeries. Free games are not free. They are the most profitable products in entertainment history. And the real game is not on your screen. The real game is how companies figured out how to make you pay without you noticing. That is how free games became cash machines.